game's falling apart as we play it.
Bring the giant bee!
Giant bee!
Later, that very same bee.
This game needs a sudden influx of bees.
My briefcase full of bees might solve the problem.
No. In fact, it made things worse.
What
Let go.
Have we talked about this on the videos? One of my favourite Cards Against Humanity cards is bees?
No, you're
pronouncing it wrong.
It's bees?
Well, you've got to have the right...
Magma?
That's another thing.
You've got to have the rising inflection.
Yeah.
Because there's a question mark, it's there, it's grammatically correct.
Yeah.
So, like, this is the problem with, not so much the other Wario Land games, at least 4, I can't speak to 3. Because you're invincible, all it can do is waste your time.
Yeah.
And that's not... Like, it's nothing to do with Pete's skill, necessarily. You couldn't have dodged that bee. But...
I probably could have done.
Enjoy! To the level of 4th time. Also, I'm pretty sure Mr. Game & Watch is a character in Wario Land 4.
Mr. Game & Watch!
How do we feel that he is now going to be more expressive in Smash?
I
don't know if you like that.
teeth.
I like it because it's got all of the like how Game Watch actually looked in like the games. So you know, makes sense.
Fair enough. Before we started this, I was like, I don't want to talk about E3 so much because it would really
You didn't say that because
it would date the video. But oh my god, Daisy's in Smash!
Yeah!
I have been pitching this since Melee.
Best princess.
Do you run the We Are Daisy Twitter account?
Hi, I'm Daisy.
No.
The We Are Daisy Twitter account has been campaigning for Daisy to be properly in Smash since basically Melee. And
that is the right opinion to have.
And they are freaking out.
Okay, I basically said something similar to what I had just said to a customer because I sold them the perfect address, right? And they came out of the fitting rooms and they're like, I will take the red one. I said, that is the right decision to make because that is stunning. And I do not have words in my head to express how good this customer looked in that dress. Oh my god. I just like that I told her she was correct to think the way she did. That is a vulture.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. I was just thinking, you know what game I haven't played in a while? Taz on Mars.
The guy who got me into the Let's Play in business, Duke of the Bump, he once took several years to complete Taz on Mars.
Yeah.
Because he got to...
That game's hard.
No, it's not even that. He got to, like, the last level or whatever, lost all of his lives, and it dumps you right back at the start of the level, which is a maze.
Yeah.
And you just hear him put the controller down, and that was the last he uploaded of it.
I thought you were going to say ever.
Pretty much. Years later, he streamed it. He's like, I started this game, I have to finish it. And he did it with that and an RPG called Popful Mail.
No pop figures.
No.
Pop figures.
Popful Mail is this really weird... Like, it was high fantasy when it was released, but when it got localized, it was goofy high fantasy. So, like, at one point you have to,
Stop running into it.
You speak to an elf who is guarding a jail cell. And in the Japanese, whatever, it's an elf, you know, we've got the prisoner in here. In the dub, he's Columbo. Just straight up, we're not even going to pretend anything else. This elf is Columbo. That was one of the more sensible choices they made. It got worse from now.
Sounds dumb.
It looks like a pretty fun game.
Yeah.
They just localized it weird. Alright, yeah, attention paying. This is our one shot.
One opportunity.
Something spaghetti. I saw
It is the second one in.
Yeah, position number 2.
Yeah. Wario's got the W on his wrist upside down.
Is that because it just flips the sprite?
No, because when you rest it down, when you rest it facing down, it'll be an M, not a W.
True. But why would he? Because he's always got his fists up. He's ready for a fight.
Yeah, it's still facing downward, so it still look like a down.
Fight you. Do you reckon this is why they changed it, gave him biker gloves instead?
Probably.
Is that where I just came from? No.
Is this music just straight up out of Wario Land 1?
Yep.
Because it's... I know it's the same, like, melody.
Maybe. It wouldn't surprise me.
What's the honeycombs in the corner?
That's where the little bees come from.
Not the bees!
The little bees.
The little bees are like tiny, and basically, if any of them sting you, you fly to the top and you have to do the whole thing again.
Hypnotizer.
Do they have...
Hypnotizer. Neuralizer.
Do they have little Wario moustaches? It's kind of hard to see because they're shuffling around a bit. But they... Yeah, they look like they've
They
got
kind of do.
doofy noses and moustaches. I guess we'll see in post. I'll do a really blurry close-up. Or something.
Enhance.
Zoom enhance.
Add more resolution. No? Okay.
Remember when the X-Files was more realistic than the CSI? Because like the first...
Oh!
In the first couple of episodes...
You're still trying to get him.
The first couple of episodes, Scully's like, no, we can't zoom and enhance. There's too low resolution. It wouldn't work. And then CSI is just like, no, I just want a green laser over it.
Remember when CSI got everyone interested in like forensics, and then like university was like, no, it's nothing like that.
I have heard that because of CSI and that kind of like procedural crime shows, it's now a lot harder to get convictions. Because people assume that the police can just show up and run a green laser over a crime scene and... Aha! The DNA evidence!
Oh.
You know? When... Actually, no, it's really hard. Oh, come back here! I'll get you!
Brooklyn Nine-Nine is oddly more accurate than CSI as well, and that's a comedy. Just in, like, how they handle things.
I'm gonna throw something down here, Peter.
Uh-huh.
After this fight,
Uh-huh.
if we don't win this one,
Yeah.
I'm gonna start cutting things out.
That's fair.
Again, this is to say nothing like, oh, get good, but like...
Get good.
But get good.
People don't want to see us making the return trip ever so often.
Can you like fast forward it each time?
But don't change the audio.
No, because we're talking. It'll be like...
No, you just cut out segments but keep us talking. Like, don't stitch it together or whatever. Just have it
That wouldn't sync up though.
It'll be like that one...
No, I mean, like, cut out our conversation as well. So it's just like,
Yay!
let's not talk about E3 as much. Mom spaghetti. You know that.
I just got a text, but it was Facebook going, hey, maybe talk to Facebook. Stonehenge Gaming is a page. Go and like it, everyone.
Stonehenge Gaming? What's that?
It's where I talk to myself about these videos we're uploading.
I'm thinking 3.
It can
Yeah.
only be a 3.
Or a 4. Oh no, it can only
No,
be a 3.
it's gotta be a 3. That was a cheap session.
That's good, we're gonna need that money. What influences the endings in this one?
Money, I think.
Well, look, in the
the
first
route.
game it's money. You buy a wish from a genie,
Yeah.
but the quality of that wish depends on how much money you give him.
Oh, my favourite level's next! One of my favourite levels. But, like, it's either 1 or 2.
Do you know what this reminds me of?
Mm-hmm.
And every time a Game Boy game goes to a city like this, it reminds me of it, is the skyscraper and blimp stages from Donkey Kong Land, which has the hypest music.
I was about to say, this reminds me of one of my favourite Game Boy games, Donkey Kong, for the Game Boy, original one.
Because it's kind of,
Stop that train!
Oh my god, are we on a train?
We're on a train!
A train that's not in the city going by the windows?
Don't ruin this for me.
Okay, right. You know, we were talking about Metal Gear the other day in the group chat.
Yeah. But aren't we talking about Metal Gear?
This is true.
Did we?
Yeah, because I talked about how Kojima shows up as Psycho Mantis.
Oh, right, yeah, you threw out that factoid.
There's one point where you hear, like, distorted text in the background.
Yeah.
And it is somebody reciting the Yamanote line. Except synthesized.
Love it.
So it's basically just raffling off train stations on a closed loop.
Oh, it's not gonna be accurate soon because they're adding a new station to the Yamanote line.
Where?
So there's like a long section of the Yamanote line where there isn't a station, and it's between the two stations there.
Okay. Is it Shinjuku and Akihabara? Because that's a long trek.
It's I mean, it's not. I'm sure it's near Shinagawa. But like people are like, oh, can't we just call it Shinagawa? Because that's really funny. And now JR East is like, no, seriously, people, vote for what name you want this station to be. So now, and he said it's not allowed to be Station McStation Face. They didn't actually say that.
JR East has
translate that to Japanese. Not get through.
Maybe.
Wouldn't it be if we did like Station McStation Face? Wouldn't that be a stupid pun? Retasumania, no Retasumania.
Yeah.
Languages! That's about the only one of those I remember. That and Bruce Lee was good, but I don't remember the first two.
I don't get it.
Okay, so Bruce Lee has the same pronunciation as Blue 3 in Japanese English.
Right, okay, no, I get it.
Bruce Lee was good, I don't remember the first two. Thank you, anime, for teaching me this awful dad joke.
So here's the reason I like this level is just for like one tiny thing that people probably won't really think of is you're on top of a train. There's like wind physics here. Like you just slide backwards because it's windy.
Broken Sword does that.
And it's like, and if you run to the left, you go really quickly, and it's really difficult to go right because it's windy.
They had a similar train thing in Wario Land, the first one. There were two. They were the auto-scrolling stages.
Yeah.
You were either on a train or on a minecart chasing a train. It didn't do that. It was just standard left-right physics.
Yeah.
But scrolling. So that's cool. Oh, hello. Could this be a spot? I don't know what it's called.
Treasure!
See, personally, I had thought you had enjoyed it because, oh goodness, trains.
Well, there is also that, to be honest. And like, because I really liked this level when I was a kid, it was probably a warning sign, really. I didn't see it.
Position 2, 1 to your right. There you go. I mean, it's... So, when I was in Japan, we stayed in Ikebukuro.
Yeah.
Which is that the Ocarina of Time?
Yeah, it is.
Wario's gonna be unstoppable by the end of this.
You wait till we get Yoshi.
You may not even be joking.
I'm not gonna say if I am.
No, I stayed in Ikebukuro, which is on many train lines.
Yes, yeah, it is.
Of note, Yamanote line.
Yeah.
The light green one, it's lovely. It gets to everywhere.
And it's in a circle, like a real circle, not like the
Yeah.
circle line, which is... It's mostly a circle, but it's got some bits on the side.
And I could happily just sit on that train forever.
Yeah.
Don't know why. Not necessarily being fallen asleep on. That is either really cool or really bad, depending. Connor, you don't know this, Joe. You feel like the chosen one when someone falls asleep on you. I know it's because they've been at work all day, but, you know.
It's someone falls asleep on you.
Yeah, like you're on the train, and the person sitting next to
Oh.
you just falls asleep on you.
Right.
It happened a few times.
I've had that happen in the UK.
And I'm just there like,
So then you look for clues as to where they're going. So you can wake them up at the station that they're trying to get to.
right. I never found that as a problem. Because, stepping back a bit, because we know this, but the viewers don't. This is 7. Every station in Japan, or at least on the JR East network, has a jingle that plays.
Yeah.
The train doors open, it plays this little tune, and it lets you know how long you've got until the doors close.
Mm-hmm.
It's a clever idea. Some of them play Astro Boy.
Yeah.
Great. And I think they also serve as alarm clocks.
Kind of. They are quite shrill, so you do usually notice them.
But also because each station has its own unique one. Pretty much.
You know,
At least on the Yamanote line.
Yeah, well, every station on JR has a unique jingle.
Yeah.
So, which is like, if you think about it, it's like thousands of stations.
They released an album.
Yeah, they did.
I have that album. You sent it to me.
Yeah.
It's my ringtone now. But yeah, no, I think people were using it and hearing, oh, this is that one that goes da 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 da. That one's my station.
Yeah. Yeah, no, there is that as well. And to be fair, like, it's also really useful if you can't read the signs that are outside. You know from the sound what station it is before someone's like, Akihabara,
Yeah.
Akihabara, Stonehenge, Nigi something. The doors will open on the left-hand side. I can hear the voice, but I can't remember the exact words. But yeah, no.
The only one I remember off the top of my head is Mamonaku.
Oh, remember? Yeah.
Mamonaku Akihabara. Akihabara. Connor's just gone to sleep.
Quick, Andy, play your alarm clock. Your
You know what's
ringtone.
embarrassing? It's the next station on the line. It's either that or a tune called Retro Memory by a band called Capsule, because it opens with wind chimes and a vibraphone, and it sounds like waking up. Like, legitimately, if you hear the intro to Retro Memory, you'll go, yeah, that's it.
So when you say it sounds like waking up, you mean it's, oh God, why?
No, like waking up refreshed.
Oh, okay.
We'll go with that.
I'm not. I don't think that's ever actually happened.
No. Never.
I mean, when I was 6, maybe. It's been a while.
I love all these roof tiles that are starting to fall off.
Oh, I have many stories about Japan. A couple I cannot tell, for they are slightly personal to the people involved, and not really channel appropriate.
And the love hotels you visited.
We considered it. Right, there was 8 of us in our group.
That's going to be a story you'll need to tell me another time.
There was 8 of us in our group, all in all, and we're like, does it have to be 2 of us? If so, which 2? It's gonna have to be Andy or Chris, because they're the only guys in this group, and one of the other... Can we not just go in as an 8 and freak them out?
Just be
In
hanging
the end,
off each other.
We just wanted to see what the rooms were like.
It's a running joke in Honor Goddess that every time they destroy the house or something like that, and they redo it, and Erd always makes their bedroom look like a love hotel.
Yeah, no, that happens every time. Thanks,
Every
Erd.
time.
I know that it's the concept of the Love Hotel is pivotal to certain parts of XL Saga.
No, only in the last episode.
Basically, in the last episode where XL is hired and just vomiting on everyone to kill them.
What?
Isn't
I don't remember that.
In the last episode, XL and Hyatt switch brains,
Oh yeah, no,
So
and the world drowns in high
and because
blood.
XL's not used to it, she's just flopping around like a fish.
Yeah.
And her response is like, "Hi, how are you, miss?" It just, and then they just end the scene. That was a weird finale.
I've always meant to read the manga because apparently not that crazy.
I
Also, there's a third Lord El Palazzo minion that never made the cut for some reason.
right. Something I appreciate. I have the DVD set,
Yeah.
and there are.
You've got the censored DVD set.
I don't believe I did. I got the one that's got director's commentary subtitles.
Yeah. No, it's the censored DVD set has a different.
Oh, is it gonna say Nintendo?
Yeah, it is.
And don't.
Oh.
Genesis do what Nintendo.
No, it's like there is the Japanese version of the box set has different artwork.
Oh, okay.
Oh, they always do that though.
But it sells
Hold
naked.
hold on. I see something.
Yeah.
Yeah, you saw it too. No, the DVD set, right?
Yeah.
It has, I think, 3 subtitle tracks. There's
Yeah.
English, Japanese, and English with commentary.
Mm-hmm.
So you get these little, like, Menchie pops up with little speech bubbles.
Yeah.
Saying, yo,
Then she's a dog.
Menchie's a dog.
Right. Okay.
Also known as food.
Emergency food supply.
Emergency food supply.
Yeah.
And basically the dog pops up and with a little speech bubble saying, these 2 characters never met in the manga. This is a treat for the viewers. Or like there's one scene where XL is just randomly screaming horse for some reason. And the little bubble pops up saying, in the manga she had a horse. Or whatever. And I legitimately, I appreciate that level of effort from the subtitling team.
Yeah.
Because they didn't need to do any of that.
Remember when ADV in one of their subtitles
Cared.
Existed.
and one of their subtitles track had a jiggle counter?
Oh, burn up access. Yeah.
No, other things did as well.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, they did used to do that.
For every bounce, it counted. And there's like a different one for each character.
It's a technique known as Gynaxing.
Mm-hmm.
Which is weird because I don't associate it with Gynax.
Is it a 0?
I think it's a 0.
It can only be a 0.
When a 0 turns to 1,
Zero to hero.
springs to life.
It's okay, there's no such thing as 2.